finally have a dagger. It's gonna be a 4 or 5 star. I think I absolutely love this. Hi friends. I figured I would start off a vlog because it's not often I get book mail, okay? We're on a no-buy this year for books and it's been going great. Honestly, have not even really been tempted to buy books, which is, you know, I can't argue with that. I'm pretty happy with how that's been going. But Archie, that's my cat. So I just had something fun delivered. Yes, this is the second in my pre-order. So now I have no fun pre-orders coming. This was my pre-order of the deluxe hardcover of Twisted from by Emily McIntyre. This is one of my favorites from the series, honestly, and it was the one that surprised me the most. Fractured fairy tales is what she calls them, but it's a loose Jasmine, Aladdin. Is it Jafar who he's supposed to be? I don't know. It's basically her dad is like a diamond jewel like mob boss basically, and the romance is between her, like the daughter who's Jasmine, and her dad's like bodyguard, like head of security, and he's like older and very protective of her because he's like known her for a long time, you know. Very hot, I'm not gonna lie. I was just surprised by it because Aladdin is not one of my favorite Disney movies or like stories or anything. Like it just was never one that like really spoke to me. This one was fun. They traveled to go like find the like magic lamp. Yeah, I really liked this one. So this one is the silver foil, really pretty, with a snake and the magic genie lamp or whatever, and they all have a quote on the back, and this one says, "I would do anything for you, burn this life to the ground and build a whole new world if you demanded it." Ah! Ooh, this one I rated 4 stars. This is like I said, one of the top in the series for me. It was this and Wretched when I read these. I don't know if I was just like really in that mood or what, but I loved them. So these ones are signed. It's a digital signature, but you know, I still love that. Oh, Archie, hi. Archie wants to say hi. Come on, dude. Oh, hi. Oh, you're caught in my hair. He wants to. He does this, but then he doesn't like how I hold him. It's like, what do you want? But this is the art. The dedication says, "For the people pleasers, sometimes it's okay to be a little selfish." Yeah, I would really love to reread these. That's why I've got these two, because I know that these are ones that I'm going to want to reread eventually. I love that there's no dust jacket on them. I like the bare hardcover with the foiling. That was a fun little surprise, and like I mentioned, that was my last pre-order that I had coming for fun, that I pre-ordered those I think like in December. So anyway, we are reading the Mortal Instruments series on audiobook, and it's been so fun. I'm really enjoying that. And I also am feeling like I should read my Read Your Bookshelf Challenge book for May, which is The Dutch House, but I'm just not in that mood right now. I will get to it, but I don't want it right now. I think for my physical read, I'm gonna pick up Breaking Dawn because it is one of our last, I think, like kind of gloomy, cold snaps we're gonna get. It's supposed to get down to 45 degrees tonight. It is in like the high 60s, but it's been pretty warm, and it's gonna get back up into the 80s again next week. So I am thinking, and I have also just been on my kind of vampire shit lately. Let's finish Breaking Dawn before I get too far into more series, like The Mortal Instruments, which is a series I am now continuing on, and things like that. So I think I'm going to take a little break because I've been editing my video for tomorrow. So I think we're going to do that. Reading 2010 era fantasy to escape the horrors. This is fucking hefty, but these go really fast. The amount of words on per page is not crazy. I feel like once I finish this, I will consider that to be like completed, although I do have Midnight Sun and, you know, I'll get to that. But I just feel like it's been quite a while since I read Eclipse, so I just want to keep the momentum before it gets too long. I have to say Eclipse was my least favorite so far. So this is a 750 page book. Why am I doing this myself right now? I don't know. Also, I think I want to rearrange some of these. I'm going to take like some of these. These are kind of like some space books that I have here. They don't need to be here. They don't really go with the rest of the things on that shelf anyway. We're going to scoot these. Then we can grab Wretched I had over here, like open or front facing, I guess I should say. But I'm just gonna put both of these. Never realized how much longer Twisted seems than the rest. These also have the little, what the hell? Why can't I think of that? Like the ribbon bookmark. So. I love that. They're so pretty. So that is all of them. They all kind of have like the pet name that the MMC uses for the FMC on them. And I love that. The French one from Scarred's my personal favorite, even though Scarred is my least favorite of the books. But that stack is something else. I see why people are addicted to buying special editions and like sprayed edges. I get it. I'm not gonna lie. Try and find a spot to stop for an early lunch. PSA, you can get organic herbs from Trader Joe's for $2.50, I think. $2.49, I think these were. So we grabbed a rosemary, a parsley, and a mint. Yes, trust me, the mint's going in a container. So we're gonna plant some wildflowers along the outside of this fence. This is the snap pea. Things are going well. They're going slowly, I will say. Things I've been planting like direct sowing in the garden, have just been going a lot slower. It is still only May 21st. It's been a little bit. I feel like it's been longer than it really has. And I did not do a video for yesterday, my normal Sunday upload, because it was my birthday weekend. And I had a great weekend. I had the kind of typical, I don't know if this is just a girl thing or I've heard it's a Gemini thing. I just kind of had a lot of anxiety and like kind of the blues, as they say, before my birthday, but it ended up being a great birthday weekend. And my birthday fell on Memorial Day this weekend. Sometimes it's my dad's birthday that falls on Memorial Day. This year it was mine. So we had a 3-day weekend. I went plant shopping with my mom today. That was kind of my birthday gift from her. So I got a bunch of cute plants for the yard. I got some fruit bushes and things I'm really excited about. I just wanted to share some things that I picked up, some things I got for my birthday. Because we spent my birthday at the Ren Fair and my sister and her boyfriend came into town to go with us. And I didn't really get any footage. I'm so sorry, but it's just, I'm still not that great of like a vlogger, and I just forget, honestly. If it's not like straight books and like home cozy stuff, I just forget when I'm out in public. So I will insert some pictures though here and stuff while I'm chatting of what I have. It was a great day, and I did grab some things. I've never been to a Ren Fair. I didn't know what to expect at all. I did grab one little book because you guys know I'm on a novi. And I've been sticking to it. This is a siren kind of, this has like a bunch of octopus legs on it. I have heard good things about this, but this seems like a good summer fantasy. I'm sure it's the start of another series, you know, but that's the way that it is. But this is like a princess who is siren loyalty. It's all in the ocean and things like that. And this is really what I'm into this right now. I'm very excited about this. So this is To Kill a Kingdom. It seems like it's going to be kind of a quick read. It doesn't seem too long. And then I got this print. This is an Alice in Wonderland print that says We're All Mad Here, and I'm very excited about this. It's unfortunately not, it's not actually a page from Alice in Wonderland. I didn't realize that when I bought it, but it was only $10, so I was like, that's worth it. It's actually like a dictionary page for A, but it does have the gorgeous, from what I recall, this is like the actual traditional illustration that's in Lewis E. Carroll's book with the little Alice here. So I'm excited to put this here in my office. And then we also, this was my favorite purchase slash gift from the weekend, this dagger. Also very affordable. So this was, also, can we talk about these nails? These Glamnetic nails were my Renaissance nails slash birthday nails. Love them, but finally have a dagger for my bookshelf, for my display, for my office, for my fantasy room. I'm very, very excited about this. I was able to put it in my little belt and carry it around. And I felt very cool. So actually, I'm thinking about leaving it in this red kind of case because I have this color around my office. I'm trying to lean more into like the gothic kind of look here and there. So I have like red roses. I have a red lampshade that's this color. I have a blanket here that's this color. So I'm thinking about hanging it over here. I also have a candle over there that's this wine burgundy color. So I think I'm gonna display this in here somewhere. My sister got me a medicinal herb kind of gardening type book because she knows that's what I'm really into right now. And this cutie Stanley that is all wildflowers, because I do have I have like prints in my bedroom that are like this wildflower kind of print, and it matched my nails. I know I don't care what people say. Sometimes things are popular because they're nice, and this is a very nice cup. I have been using the same Yeti insulated cup for 5 years, so I feel like I was due for an upgrade, so I'm very much enjoying this. I really actually do. My other cup doesn't have a handle, and it didn't have the kind of like nice straw hole. My metal straws were like jingling around in it all the time, and I'm actually very happy with this. So that was kind of my birthday updates. I have not been doing much reading because of that, honestly. I had a busy week last week with some other, like I said, exciting things, so I have not been reading. But I have been listening to The Second Death of Locke, which is, I have a feeling, gonna be up there again. It's gonna be a 4 or 5 star. I think I absolutely love this audiobook narration as well. I have this from the library. The yearning, the pining, the childhood friends to lovers, the mage and the well, like the whole like connecting of two people who are like bound to each other, which is, if you're not aware what this story is, where they have wells who are like sources of power, and then the mages who draw from their power, they can only work together. Like their powers don't individually manifest in anything, they have to work together, and so they're like bound to each other. So every mage has a well and vice versa. And these two have been together like childhood friends, and like it's gonna be so devastatingly good. I have a feeling. So I'm only about 15-20% through that. Just been listening on like car rides and stuff. Good morning. Well, it's afternoon now, but it's the next day for the vlog. So I'm gonna actually pause this. I am listening to, oh my god, my AirPods are gonna die. No. I'm listening to The Second Death of Locke. I prefer to listen to audiobooks in my headphones. I feel like it's more immersive. Oh my god. I'm just folding some laundry. This, I think I already said it. I'm expecting a high rating for this. I love the writing. I love the setting. The dynamic of Gray and Kier. Oh my god. The fact that she is obviously in love with him and she thinks that he doesn't feel the same way, but him like constantly like having a hand on her thigh or like rubbing her back when they're laying together. And it's like, I'm a big sucker for bonded type tropes in fantasy romance. Tethers, invisible strings, fated mates, bond type binding things, like any of that. I love it. I think that says something about me and who I am and my attachment style as a person. Not saying it says anything bad. It's just when I'm with someone, that is like, that's my person. Like, we are tethered. Like, we are still our own individual people, but we're also one. You know what I'm saying? I just am obsessed with that dynamic. I really enjoy the connection of the mage and the well. I think it's very interesting. It's very inherently romantic. So we just now also met another pair because they basically just got sent on this death mission, our two main characters, to return a prisoner. And so they requested to have someone else go with them for like, you know, help and whatever, because it's essentially, like I said, it's a suicide mission, they're basically saying. So they requested another pair of a mage and a well, but I also like that there's definitely kind of pansexual representation here as well. Both the main characters mention that they aren't necessarily attracted to one gender or the other. It's just the person and who they feel connected to and attached to. But I'm absolutely loving it. Really enjoying the story, really enjoying the writing style. Nothing too overly flowery as far as like prose goes, so it's easy on audio, but it also is still very well written. I'm still getting a really deep sense of like the characters and the setting and the world. Really interesting. So it's going very well. I just want to give an update. I'm just gonna continue doing some chores, eat a little bit of lunch, continue listening to this, and then we need to do some computer work. We need to do some designing, hop on Canva and get some things done. So I will update you guys. Oh, and I need to make sure I schedule my email. Don't let me forget. I need to schedule my email for my client. She sent me her edits today, and I should probably literally do that right now as I'm thinking about it. So hopefully I don't forget.
Jump through this process hundreds of times before purely out of boredom. Here. Can't know how either managed, though she couldn't fully discount some odd magical transference.
It's finally iced tea season. I'm so excited. Usually I'm not big on lunch these days, but today I was hungry and I had everything for it. So this book, I swear to God, this girl is like not picking up on any signals, and it's so sad. It's like, girl, he's in love with you. He's putting his hand under your shirt, rubbing the small of your back with his thumb to comfort you, is looking deep into your eyes, telling you he's never gonna leave. He will never leave you. He'll never let you down. Like, and she's like, oh, I only wish that he meant it in like a, you know, romantic way. I wish he meant it in a way that I meant it. And I'm like, oh my God. It's making me sad for her, but I'm also loving the slow burn, the yearn, childhood friends, all of it. All of that. That whole dynamic, I'm giggling and squealing and loving it. Like I said, I have a feeling that something devastating is gonna happen. A medieval setting, the second death. I feel like the title, Second Death of Locke, I feel like something's gonna shake. For now, we are blissfully unaware. Sorry, I just realized my dryer was going. Honestly, it is kind of top heavy, so it might need to be. Okay, let's do this the right way, I guess. This right now is a push pin. I'm gonna replace this with a gold nail. Obsessed. Hello guys, I am just about to end off the vlog here, but I did want to chat about the Second Death of Locke quickly because I was obsessed with that. I have really not been reading a lot, but I did recently listen to that on audiobook, as well as the Lucy Foley, the Midnight Party or Midnight Feast or something. I like that too, but Second Death of Locke was a 5-star. I loved the setting. I loved the medieval fantasy aspect. I loved the yearning. I loved the lady knight aspect. I thought the magic system was cool. Enjoyed the lore and the kind of story. I just loved, honestly, everything about it. So yeah, that was the author's debut adult fantasy. They also have YA fantasy under a different pen name, but I saw people being like, I can't believe this is a debut. And it's like, it's their adult debut, so keep that in mind. But was really, really good. I loved it. And I think that was my third 5-star of the year halfway through. So I would highly recommend Second Death of Locke if you enjoyed The Everlasting, if you like medieval fantasy, if you like childhood friends to lovers, if you like that kind of medieval like magic system, if you like found family. It's basically like a found family ragtag group, you know, that kind of trope on a quest. And I personally love that. So highly recommend, really love that one. If you have any other recommendations similar to that book, I would love to hear it. But for the next vlog, I don't know exactly what we're going to be reading. I'd kind of like to go back to my reading YA fantasy, my Breaking Dawn and starting the Infernal Devices series. So we'll see. But if you are interested in that, go ahead and subscribe. Please like the video. Do all the things if you don't mind, if you'd be so kind. And I will see you in the next one. Happy reading.